Going on, man? It is your boy Zay way back with another video. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, man. The sunset hit my face right, so you know how to get this little angle right here. But now, what I wanted to talk about today is it kind of ties into the last thing I finished talking about with the whole social media and the dopamine spike. So what I wanted to talk about today is stop chasing for that dopamine spike. Stop always seeking that dopamine spike. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's very unhealthy for your mental. Because here's the thing, you chasing that dopamine spike, you want that dopamine spike. Say for instance, like we was talking about social media, right? Boom, you posting pictures, you get the likes, yada yada yada. You stop getting the likes, now you just back to your normal self, or you back even lower than where you started off at. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just a spike. It's not sustained or nothing like that. You feel me? So it's just instant burst of pleasure, then it's a drop. That's not what you want. You want sustainability in everything, bro. Even with how you feeling, even with gratification, you want sustain. You don't want, I'm getting all this love today and I feel great. Then tomorrow you just, you feel me? That's why we talked about, like, people get caught up in, and with the likes, they want to keep posting and keep posting so they can keep getting this outside validation and this spike that they get from likes or their attention. And that's not good, bro, because say if you just stop getting that attention, there's no telling what might happen to your mental, bro, because it's come to a point you've come accustomed to always getting these likes, always getting this attention. You feel me? Even with other things, man, like just pleasure in general, like anything that makes you feel good. Even with comfort food gives off a dopamine spike. It's so good, it's so satisfying, and your mouth been watering for it all day. And when you eat it, you getting that spike, and then soon after, that drop coming down is you're tired. And I'm not saying, like, comfort food is good to dibble and dabble in, but when you eat it every day, and you getting that spike of feeling good every day just off of the food, nothing else is making you feel better that day. Just the food. That drop is just gonna keep getting worse. Now you so dependent on comfort food just to give you the small happiness that you can get out of your day. Nah, man, that should be a little add-on. That should not be the highlight of your day. You don't want that as a highlight of your day. Any dopamine spike, any of that, you feel me? Where it's pleasure in the bed, all that, bro. You want it to be like an add-on. You don't want it to be like, oh, every day, that is what I'm looking forward to. Cause that spike, once even in bed, once it's done, it's like, you feel me? So it's not something you really want to hang your happiness on, hang you feeling good solely on that. Anything that dealing with a dopamine spike, you feel me? It's not ideal when you're trying to live a healthy, happy life. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. Sustained gratification, on the other hand, it's carried out over a time period. It's not just one day. You feel me? It's like continuous. Like you feel good for a long period of time. It's not just I feel good right now, I'm back to being sad. No, bro. We don't want that. We don't want that, man. We do not want that. You know what I'm saying? And you can do your research on this. Like, of course, I've done my research on it, but if you want to research it on your own, the information is out there. Just type in dopamine spike on Google or whatever web search. It's going to give you, like, you know what I'm saying? The same thing dopamine spike does with social media. It does the same thing with sugar, comfort foods, all that. You know what I'm saying? The only way to combat that is moderation with these certain things that give you that spike all the time. You know what I'm saying? And find things that give you that sustainability of happiness and not just indulging in stuff that just, oh, I feel good right now, then I'm back down. So you gotta keep doing these things, and if some of these things are not per se the best thing for your health, and you gotta keep doing them to get that feeling of happiness. You see where I'm heading with this? You can see where that leads to, because dopamine spike is found from the use of certain drugs too. You know what I'm saying? Lit, you know what I'm saying? You feeling good when you drunk, yeah. When you ain't drunk, you never happy. You gotta be drunk to be happy. That's that dopamine spike you get when you drunk, because you just feel like you have no care in the world. It's an out of body experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only time you're really happy, is when you kind of having like an out of body experience. You're not even really yourself, and that's the only time you're happy. Like I said, everything in moderation. Drink your lick, but be mindful though. Like, don't let that be the foundation of you being happy or you having a good life. Like, you gotta be off the lick to, you know what I'm saying, like, vibe out. Nah, you don't really want that, because now you became a dependent on this dopamine spike. You became dependent on it, because it's the only thing that's making you feel good, and it's not making you feel good for a week straight. Most of y'all, you know what I'm saying, most people, you gonna get a hangover the next day. So it's damn sure not for a week straight. It's just for that night. You're not finna wake up and like, oh yeah, I still feel good from drinking last night. Ain't nobody saying that. Ain't nobody saying that, bro, because it's a spike. Once that spike drop, yeah, it get a little rough. So just try to confine in things that kind of pulls away from that instant pleasure. Kind of start looking towards things that give you that long-term pleasure, or things that take a little time to get pleasure from, like maybe doing a puzzle, or just working on projects that take a little time, or just doing things that take a little time, because you stressing out that process. So now that the process is longer, it's a more appreciation of what you just did, or it's even a more intense happiness, because it was a process and you completed something, and now it's sustained, because it wasn't just a one night thing. It was a build up to it, and you felt it coming. And once it was complete, now you was able to really enjoy it and have something to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? But just at the end of the day, just this dopamine spike thing is real. People who create the social media apps, they knew about it. The people who create the foods know about it. Everybody who is in these top industries, they all know about it. They have to. Even in marketing, we know about it, because that's just our job to know about the social media stuff. So everybody in these industries, in these industries and companies and business, they know about this. Now, will they tell you it on mainstream? Probably not, because it loses people money. You know what I'm saying? It loses people money, so you're not gonna hear too much of this talked about on the mainstream. That's too many people's pockets getting dipped into, like major companies and businesses. So this is just certain stuff you gotta start, you know what I'm saying, looking up on your own, trying to find out. Well, the research is out there, bro. It's not, you know what I'm saying, it's not hard. We're in the age of information. You know what I'm saying? It's a new Renaissance period, which is why, you know what I'm saying, I label myself as the Renaissance man. It's a new Renaissance period. It's an age of information. Whatever you really want to know about, it's out there. Now, it's both true and fake news, true and false stuff out there, but the information is out there for you to seek. You just have to be the seeker. You dig? That's it. You just got to be the seeker. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to keep learning about these certain things that could help benefit you or harm you? Feel me? And I was talking to a dude. I was listening to a dude on YouTube the other day. He was like, ignorance isn't really bliss. Just because you don't know about it, you know what I'm saying, and you don't feel it at the moment, anything that can harm you down the road is not really bliss. Ignorance is a falseness, and it made sense. Ignorance is not really bliss. For something to be bliss, that means it's good, it's divine, it's a, you know what I'm saying, it's a divine essence. If you ignorant of something and it harms you, like you didn't know about something, and because you don't know about it, you don't worry about it, that don't mean it's bliss. It just means you don't know about it, but it can affect you in a bad way. So is that still bliss? Just because it's not affecting you mentally right now, because you're not giving your attention of worrying about it or researching it, that don't mean it's blissful for you at the end. It just means you're not worried about it. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, end of the day, bro, just enjoy the little things. Moderation, man. Moderation. I'm gonna make a video about moderation because that's very key. All the videos I talk about, it leads back to being, self-discipline and moderation. So that's all I got for y'all today. Keep tapping in. Oh, by the way, I don't know when this video dropping, so the shirt already might be out by this point, or they might be getting ready to drop, but you see what's on the way. And we having flavors in the actual shirt, man. Black, gold, olive, brown, red. It's up this fall. This fall, winter, it's up. Keep rocking with me, and I'm gonna keep rocking with y'all. Peace.